Sauda mina jallo opullo kono fowo danyata korokani o halata ko batani Sauda mina jallo opullo ko bodeja danyata korokani o halata ko batani. My name is Usainatu Jallo. I came from Gambia and I'm a Fulani by tribe. I live in London. I'm married with 2 beautiful kids, a boy and a girl. The boy is 3.5 and the girl is 16 months.
So Usaina,
yes.
Thank you for agreeing to speak to me.
No problem, you're welcome.
When I met you, you told me that you speak how many languages?
6 languages.
6 languages.
Yeah.
What are those languages?
I speak Fula, which is my mother tongue. I speak Mandinka, is another local language in my country. Okay. And Wolof, which is quite popular within my country as well. Everyone almost speaks it. And I speak French, Portuguese, and English.
So you speak Fula, French,
French,
Portuguese,
Mandinga,
English,
and Wolof.
And Wolof. Yeah. And so what language do you speak at home with your family?
Fula. That's my mother tongue.
So what country are you from?
Gambia.
Gambia. And your husband is also
Gambia.
From Gambia.
Yeah.
Okay. So you speak Fula, and that's what you speak to your children.
Yeah.
Okay. So how have you found it? How have you found speaking to him?
To me, it's just normal, it's spontaneous, because that's what my language is. It's just natural that I have to speak to him.
So when you speak to him, does he understand?
He does understand, but sometimes he tends to reply back in English. But how I deal with that is, when I speak to him in Fula and he speaks back in English, I tell him in my language, if you don't respond to me in Fula, I'm not going to speak to you. And you know, kids hate being ignored, so in that case, yeah. So now he's just used to it. He speaks it. When I speak to him Fula, he speaks back, and we have proper conversation.
Really? How old is he?
He's 3. He'll be 4 in December.
So your 3-year-old speaks to you fluently in Fula.
In Fula, yeah.
And the way you did that was by basically speaking it to him, and ignoring him.
When he responds in English, I ignore him, and I let him know the reason why I ignore it is because he didn't respond in Fula.
Okay.
Yeah. So you have to speak Fula.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Both me and my husband, we speak Fula too. My husband is like the strictest in that sense. He don't even like speak any English word to him.
Wow.
Sometimes
he doesn't speak any English, so he speaks
to
totally.
him. Yeah, totally. He speaks totally Fula to him. Sometimes he can get away with me speaking a couple of words in English, but not with his dad.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, what advice would you give to any Yoruba mum who wants to teach their children their language? Our language, which is Yoruba, because we struggle, because like you, we try to speak the language to our children, but they respond in English. So what advice would you give us?
You know, that's a general problem, like you speaking your language to your kids in this country and they respond back in English. It's general, and it's due to the society they are in, because all they hear or all they see is English everywhere. So for you, the mom and the dad as well, the parents have to be very strong. You have to like mean it, not just if the child, you speak your language, Yoruba to the child, and then the child responds in English, okay, you let it go. No, you don't let it go. You keep on fighting, because it's important for the child to learn your language and know where they come from, because it plays an important role when your child speaks your language. Yeah, so I think we need to be like more, we need to be more,
I think we need to be more proactive, and
strict about it, and also consistency matters.
Yeah,
because if you are consistent with the way you need to be consistent in the way you're speaking to them. You cannot speak English today. Tomorrow you want to impose Yoruba on them. It won't work. The child, so you have to be consistent. Yeah, that's the key. Yeah, you have to be consistent, because if you're consistent, the child will understand. Okay, this is I have to do this. But if you're like in today, tomorrow, they'll be kind of confused. So. Our camera lady's doing some work here.
Okay. So the key thing you said is consistency.
Yeah, it's very important.
Okay. So don't speak English today and speak Yoruba.
Yeah, that will confuse the child.
Yeah.
So if you really mean to teach him or her your language, you need to be consistent. That's what I find. very important as a kid. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much for taking the time to speak to me.
No problem.
And yes, so Yoruba Mum, you need to be consistent.
Yeah.
Don't speak English today and expect to speak English Yoruba tomorrow and they will understand.
No, they won't.
Say something to them in Fuller.
On farm my way for your nangu halangol be halakan ko nobody what the important way.
What does that mean?
You need to understand. You need to teach your child the language.
The language.
That's the most important thing. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for your time.
No problem. I like it. Happy. I like it. Happy. I like it. Huh? Hi. Now he's doing it deliberately.